Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Try to get situated here. News. Again. The mayor and the sheriff saying they're not going to support ICE. They're not going to help them. It's unreal. It's unreal that the garbage that's going on in these people's minds. Oh, they're talking about all this is the moral thing, the right thing to do, and all this. Don't realize they're being played. Don't realize they're being played. Liberal lies, socialist scheming and lies is using them. It's using them. Yeah, they talk about Trump's deportations. Hey, Barack Obama shipped a lot of people out of this country, man. A lot of people. There was a problem. But see, Barack had to gain some ground in areas in order for his role that he chose to play. In order for his role to play out, he had to gain some ground in areas. Barack pushed and nudged the government, man. He'd push here and he'd push here and he'd nudge here. He'd nudge over here and he'd nudge here. He'd nudge up here. And he just nudged. He nudged the moral opinion of America. He nudged it toward immorality. You know, Karl Marx said, if we can destroy the morals of one generation of Americans, we can take the nation. Barack Hussein Obama and Hillary Rodham Clinton both are Marxist. Okay? If we can destroy the decent concepts within them, we can push them into what we want them to believe. Another thing, one of Barack's school chums, back in his college days, said Barack looked into Cloward and Piven. You need to look it up. You need to know what Cloward and Piven was. And you need to compare Cloward and Piven to what the Democratic Party is doing today. You need to compare the two. And it's not just the Democratic Party. You know, they're doing a political thing. It looks political up in Washington, D.C., but it's actually not political anymore, people. Things are being hidden. Things are being hidden. You remember Donald Trump campaign, we're going to drain the swamp, man. He said we're going to uncover the hidden things and we're going to drain the garbage that's built up for years. We're going to drain it. See, justice is little by little moving forward. It's going forward. In order to stop that justice, they have to remove Trump. Okay? That's why the Democratic Party is pushing so hard. They've got to get justice off course. If justice stays on course, they've had to lick. They have literally had to friggin' lick. They're in trouble. They are in trouble. Christine Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi's daughter, Christine, says this Jeffrey Epstein thing and Laoda Express and the little island down there, this could affect a lot of our faves. A lot of our favorites. People, names, those that this could affect a lot of our faves. You know, Fox News has had a man, what's his name, David Howchowicz, is another, but anyway, he's a liberal professor, law professor, okay? He's a Democrat law professor. He's been on Fox News. He's been on there for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now, coming in every now and then and talking and this and that. And they'll ask him legal questions and stuff. And he said that Democrats are doing this or doing that. It said they can't make it. Said they'll be put down in this. They don't have the grounds to stand in this stuff. They're breaking the law. That's what a law professor's telling us, that they're breaking the law. They cannot stand in this. But now we found out something else too. Here in the last week, we found out that Mr. The law professor was David something, Howitz or something other, but found out he may have something in this Jeffrey Epstein stuff going on, that he might be connected in this stuff too. So how about him? Remember, I've told you and others have told you, names, man. Names popping up. Names within the swamp. Names that have been hidden, covered up, popping up. I heard sing something here the other day. Who was it? Some little news outlet or something or other said that Epstein is talking, that he cut a deal with the Justice Department, said if they would only give him like 5 years max, that he would give them names. This news organization, what says, hey, he's singing. Well, this Epstein thing could affect a lot of our faves. Oh man, you know, people, if you think about a swamp is the trash that's been gotten into the stream. It don't necessarily mean garbage. It could be driftwood. It could be mud. It could be sods of grass. It could be anything. It could be trees. Anything that was been gotten into the stream and washed down into a place that it started to build up and compact. They can be trash in it. They can be beer bottles, liquor bottles, Mountain Dew pop cans, who knows? Milk jugs, who knows? But they build up the swamp. It's a build up, and any time that you get a swamp build up, you always have the potential of contamination and infectious disease and just different things. Trump got into office, a billionaire, made money, seen the thing. You remember I seen the clip of him with Oprah interviewing him. Said, if you ask him something about, do you ever think about running for office? Said he never really put much thought into it, but he said he doesn't like the direction the country is going. But he did run. He did run, and he won. The American people got behind him, the huge majority of the American people. And that's what, see, the swamp is resisting. The swamp is resisting all the hidden things that have been building up in this political arena for years. You know, we've all said it for years. Politics is dirty. It's a mess. And it is. It is. Trump gets in there and he starts draining the swamp, digging out, taking an old big excavator of justice or right and wrong and digging into this mud and stuff and draining the swamp. And the swamp starts screaming, you can't do this. You're messing up everything. You're doing all this stuff. The swamp is resisting. The dirt that you and I both know, the garbage, the trash, the mud, the contamination, the virus, the infection, All this stuff that you and I both know have been laid in there for years is being uncovered. It's coming out. Truth and justice is digging it up. It's digging it up little by little, but it's resisting. See, people, this swamp, this infectious, hidden trash that's went on, it's in the courtrooms. It's in the Senate. It's in Congress. It's been in the FBI. It's been in the CIA. It's been in the IRS. It's been in the NSA. It's been in different things, different agencies and things. It's being uncovered. It's resisting. It's resisting. Those that have got their hands dirty are resisting. The only way they can stop this is get Donald Trump out of office. If Donald Trump stays in office, the swamp will be drained. Or at least a huge majority of it. They've got to get him out of office. If they don't get him out, justice will proceed. It will go through and just remove the corruption. Little by little, it's doing it. These names are just popping up every now and then. This Anthony Weiner, man, the stuff he had going on his laptop with underage kids and stuff. Hey, people, the same thing was going on with Jeffrey Epstein at a bigger scale, a huge, much bigger scale. Bill Clinton, and maybe this David law professor, Democratic law, maybe him now. I don't know. His name's come up, and others. Oh, it may affect a lot of our faves. It may affect a lot of our favorite liberal Democrats. It may affect a lot of our favorite Republicans. It's a mess. You think about it, though. You know, Clinton's spokesman or lawyer says Bill, he was only on that plane 4 times. Hardly ever had any connection with Jeffrey Epstein. Investigative reporting done by Fox and others have found out, hey, Bill Clinton was on a Laoda Express 26 or 27 times. And there was, I don't know how many of the flights, most all, if not all the flights, I forget now, had underage girls on it. Juveniles. Girls. And who knows to what age it went down. Okay? You get someone that's depraved into sex and all this stuff. How far are they willing to go to get some kind of sexual satisfaction? How far are they willing to go? How young are they willing to go? How much scream and blood are they willing to hear and see? Okay? Are you following me? Are you following me? How far has this gone? As I have seen someone here yesterday or day before said the Democratic Party has become something cult. And it's basically true. You know, I've told you, this is no longer political. They paint a political surface on it, but it's not political anymore, people. This is vile. This is vile. I've read it to you out of the Bible. It's vile. All right. Now I'm going to back up again. I was driving a coal truck on a strip job, hauling coal. Subcontractor working for the mother company here in southern West Virginia. I was hauling coal, and one day I'm riding around the road, and the Lord speaks to me and said, they're crashing your economy. You know, I'd seen different things from Glenn Beck and others that, you know, that was pointing toward that. And, I didn't know for a fact if all this is going on. But then when the Lord just up and talks to you, He tells you they're crashing your economy. Hey, they ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. They ain't no, well, maybe this, maybe that. They're crashing your economy. It means they're crashing your economy. So, at this point, still not wanting to point fingers at people, I say, well, ignorance can do it. Different things can affect it and make it and pull the economy down. But a few weeks later, again in the old coal truck, riding around the hill, hauling coal, the Lord speaks to me again. He said, you're being subdued. They're crashing your economy. You're being subdued. Then crashing the economy takes on a whole different outlook. I mean, it's no longer maybe they're making a mistake, maybe they're this, maybe they're that. It's no longer a mistake. When He says you're being subdued, that means they have intentions. Their intention is to put their thumb on you, put their foot on your throat. Their intention is to force you into a submission, to force you under their authority. It's no longer guesswork. It is no longer guesswork. They want to snuff your individual voice, rights, and power. It's no longer guesswork. Remember I read to you Isaiah 32, verse 5 through 8, what it says. It says the liberal will work villainy. He'll practice hypocrisy. Okay? So it's no longer guesswork. It's no longer politics. They paint you a picture, it's politics, but it's not politics, people. It's no longer politics. It's no longer politics. This is good versus evil, right versus wrong, honor versus disgrace, freedom and liberty versus suppression, control. It's sad. It's really sad. It really is, people. The Democratic Party, and not just them, I'm just speaking of them because since Trump has been in office, it's been others involved in it too. The Democratic Party has wasted billions upon billions upon billions of dollars, tax dollars, American people paid out of their rear end into the government to try to keep things functioning. The Democratic Party, for their villainous, treacherous actions to take place, they have wasted hundreds of billions. Could very well go into trillion. And they're doing it intentionally. Remember I told you Cloward and Piven? You know what Cloward and Piven says? Cloward and Piven basically says you can put so much financial buildup and hardship upon America that you can actually pull the economy down. Hey people, just step back and look at the whole scenario and connect the dots. It's not that hard to do. All you gotta do is just start paying attention and listen to words. The words on these people's mouths, man. These liberals' mouths. Their words are ugly. ugly, talking about raping Byron Trump and cutting President Trump's head off and all this. I mean, people, it's unreal what these people are saying. Hollywood and these politicians and all this stuff. It's unreal what these people are saying. It says the liberal will work villainy. They'll practice hypocrisy. They'll say one thing and be doing something totally different. It says they'll speak error against the Lord. They'll speak error against the only true, honest, decent, respectful voice around. They'll listen to them. Listen to them, people. Connect the dots. They're uncovering their poop every day. It's happening every day now. It's in their mouths, people. The Bible says from the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. Whatever's in your heart, if you listen to people long enough, it'll soon come out here. It'll show up. Listen to them. Listen to them. If their heart's full of hatred and rot and lies and filth, it shows up. Listen to them. Listen to them. Listen to them. The hatred of these Muslim women toward Israel and America. The hatred. Yeah, well. Vile. Vile. It's one of them coming out. We're going to impeach the mother. I talk about, about people sticking their tongue up liberals' butt, but I have a decent reason. Well, maybe I won't say it's a decent reason, but I have a reason for it. Because what you're doing is ugly. You're backing people that do and say ugly things. And if you support them and you fall in behind them every time they do a little pep rally, woo, woo, you fall in behind them, you're part of what they are. You become part of what they are. People, Hillary Clinton's losing favor. She's lost favor big time. People that have backed her have lost favor big time. But see, they don't have a choice. They started a lie. They have to stay with that lie. If they don't stay with that lie, people, the sooner they walk off from it, the sooner they do this, the quicker they go down. They don't have a lie. Or they don't have a choice. They have to lie. They do not have a choice. They've got to lie, and they've got to make it sound legitimate. Sitting on my side porch a couple years ago, enjoying my breakfast. Wasn't even thinking about this stuff. The Lord spoke to me. One word. Legitimacy. Up out of the blue, man. I mean, you're talking about a word that I probably ain't used 10 times in my life. Okay? 15 times. I mean, I ain't counted, but I mean, it's a word that I wouldn't use regularly. But I've used it a lot here in the last 2 years or so. A lot. Legitimacy. And I began to chew on that word. And then it bring back to mind what was said in Isaiah 32:5, verse 5. The vile will no longer be called liberal. The person that works trash in their mind, in their heart, in their conscience will no longer be called liberal. The things that people do against truth and honor and justice and discretion will no longer be pointed out as ugly or treacherous or evil. Why not? They have gained legitimacy. They gained legitimacy. People are backing them. It makes no difference now how ugly and vile some of those people get. People support them. They support them. One of Hillary Clinton's bodyguards was on Fox News there once, and they showed it a time or two, maybe more. Said Hillary Clinton was two-faced. Said the Clintons were two-faced. But in this particular time, he's talking about the Hillary Clinton. But he says she'll talk to you like you're trash, curse you, and everything else when the cameras wasn't running. But said when the camera's on, oh, he's the best bodyguard or Secret Service agent we got. Behind the camera, but when there's no cameras rolling, she said she'd curse you in a heartbeat. Two-faced. But see, these people speak this trash now, and they don't regret. They show no regret of it. They show no remorse of it. Obama and Biden both saying, "Oh, during our administration, there was no scandal that we were ashamed of." Hey, the key word is ashamed. There was no scandal that we were ashamed of. Well, people, you either have a decent, normally functioning conscience or you don't. If you're not ashamed of something you've lied about or you've cheated on or you've schemed in, and even after you've been caught up in that and you know you're caught and you're not ashamed of it, what does that tell you? What does it tell you? You ever been growing up? They people around, man, they try to cheat you, and you catch them up in it, and they say, "Oh, you wasn't supposed to catch. That wasn't supposed to happen. This one." They were caught with their hands in things they wasn't supposed to be in, but they show no shame. They blame everybody else. They show no remorse. Why? Because their conscience is not functioning the way it should. I replied to someone that had made a comment about one of my videos here just a few days ago. And they say this and that's talking some kind of junk, and that's, about them disagreeing. I said, well, I replied and I said, I'm sorry you guys don't agree or you disagree with what I say or whatever, but maybe if you would correct your conscience, it would be different. Maybe if your conscience was functioning properly, it would be different. Okay? See, people, that's been my point ever since I started Twisted World News, and even before, your government is only as good as the people that run it. You put a good group of people in, you got good government. You put a bad group of people in, you got a corrupt government. Why? Your government is only as good as the people that run it. If they lie, cheat, and steal, the Bible says the enemy comes to steal, kill, and lie. Lie, kill, and steal. Let's see. Lie, kill, and steal. Something like that. Okay. But anyway, Satan comes to lie, steal, and kill. And if these people were doing it, what's it tell you? What does it tell you? Your government only as good as the people that keep it. Donald Trump promised to drain the swamp. The swamp is resisting. Justice is digging at the impoundment. Justice is digging away at the garbage that's washed down, the brush, the mud, the grass sod, the weeds, the trash, the pop cans, the beer bottles, the light bread loaf bags and milk jugs. Justice is digging away at it slowly, but the swamp is resisting. And I'm going to tell you something, and you need to hear it. If justice does not complete its course, if it does not acquire an honorable end, your families and your bloodlines are going to cry. The day will come, there'll be some friggin' pervert and deviant up there will stick their foot on their throat. That day will come. They'll stick their foot on your bloodline's throat. These mayors and police refusing to support and assist ICE people, it's part of the game. It's part of the swamp. It's just another thing that they're using. It's just another thing that you're using. I seen a post on Facebook this morning. Someone put it on there. Do you know why Donald Trump doesn't wear glasses and him 73 years old? Because he has 20/20. Kind of cute, huh? Have a good one.